I'm so pleased whenever I get to come back home to Brazil and to be here with a dear friend whose friendship I value so much, who helped build the house that we're in right now. I was telling my staff member, who's a newer member of the city family, that used to be a street, and now it's a park, and we did that with Brazil. I think about all the work that this incredible group has done over so many years, and I'm very grateful for the love that you breathe into this city. So thank you, Brazil, first of all, for hosting us. And I'll tell you what else I like is a good tax refund, huh? That's something that we can all celebrate. So we are here, Councilmember O'Farrell and I, to kick off another year of free tax prep LA. It's the most stressful time of the year, right? After Valentine's Day, then you start turning into all the rest, like taxes. And this is the fourth year we've come together. It's been 3 years. We kicked it off 4 years ago. 3 years ago, but it's the fourth time we've come together to make sure that people across LA County know that they can get the help that they need without having to pay somebody who's going to charge them a lot of money, without searching for the right person. You just have to reach out to your city, and we are here to help. We're here to do more than just help you get through tax season. We're here to empower you as a family. You know, I've been using a new phrase, which is to build community wealth. That's my goal as your mayor, is to go into those areas of the city that for so long we've talked about, here's a little assistance for that, and we want to help you with housing and after-school programs, and all those are good. But our overriding goal should be to build community wealth. Because if you're African American in this country, you're likely to have 1/10 the wealth of a white family. If you're Latino, 1/5. And we have to look at how that generationally provides fewer opportunities to people depending on the color of their skin, the geography they're born into. And as Americans, we know that's just not right, and we're going to help change that. We have so many great partners. I mentioned the great leader not only of this council district, but also who is leading the fight against poverty on the city council, the chair of our Homelessness and Poverty Committee, Mitch O'Farrell. Give him a round of applause and thank him. Valentine's Day round of applause. Our city's Housing and Community Investment Department, joined by, where did Rushmore go? He's still hiding over there. Rushmore Cervantes. Give him a round of applause, our general manager. And I hope everybody knows by now, but Abigail Marquez, my dear friend and assistant general manager who leads all of these efforts. Give her a round of applause as well. When you live in LA, you just live in LA. You don't care what's the city and what's the county, and that's why it's so great to work hand in hand with the County Department of Consumer and Business Affairs, our united way of Greater Los Angeles that brings together all of our nonprofit sector, and our private sector that's led by City Community Development that's been a great partner on everything from helping people get their citizenship and increasing literacy to our work here today. And a big thank you to everyone who helped bring home $2.7 million in competitive state grants. That's a fancy way of saying other people wanted this money too, but our application was so good they couldn't say no to allow this to happen. That's the Koreatown Youth and Community Center, the Golden State Opportunity Foundation, Cal State Northridge, and the CSU 5 network, deploying more than 1,000 student volunteers, which makes sure that money really goes really far in 25 sites across the LA area. So it's time to de-stress, to take a deep breath and say taxes are going to be not only fun and free, but fruitful as well. That wasn't written here, I just figured that out. The 3 Fs. That's why so many people, you know, when they're stressed, hire experts, but it's not cheap. Your hard-earned money goes to them oftentimes, and we love our accountants and they're around, but when you're a low-income family, every penny counts. For families that earn less than $55,000 a year, paying an expert to do their taxes is an expense they just can't afford. And that's why we offer these free tax services precisely to these households. Every one of the 16 family source centers here in the city of Los Angeles will be offering free tax help until the end of the filing season on April 15th. So has anybody finished their taxes in here? You two are my heroes. The rest of us haven't even started. We got like a stack on our desks, right? That as we're getting everything, our W-2s, we're kind of just putting it in a big pile. We're trying to remember, where's that receipt for that donation that I gave and the clothes that I gave and all those things? Well, these centers will help you organize. And there's, with computers here, knowledgeable staff, trained, friendly, multilingual volunteers who are ready to help you get the money that you're owed. And if you made under $55,000, the reason I said that is too many of us don't realize that we can get something called the Earned Income Tax Credit, both at the federal level and the state level. They don't claim that. In fact, we calculate that here in LA County, we lose $538 million that we qualify for today. Can you imagine if we had $500 million more for our children, for our fight against homelessness, for housing security, to eat a little bit better and more nutritious? We'd be running all around to get that money from the federal government. Well, here's the dirty little secret. That money's already ours. All we have to do is fill out the paperwork. So $6,500 that you're not getting for your family, that's for some people 2 months worth of paychecks. And as on top of that $6,500 from the federal tax incentive, we can get $2,900, thanks to California, one of the most progressive states in this union, who has said, we want to double down and give that tax credit to low-income families as well. That's $9,500 each family that you can use on a down payment on a car, pay a few months of rent, pay down some of your debt, pay off some of your student loans. It's our goal in 2020 to reach more than 100,000 households through the free Tax Prep LA campaign. And so we hope that you will be part of spreading that word. And I want to thank members of the press. I know we got 3 great cameras here. I wish we had 20, you know. If there was something bad that happened in the city, we'd have 20 folks here. But for free taxes, like money to give away, we appreciate you guys being here, put it that way. The Building a Stronger LA initiative is a new twist to this year's undertaking. And it's about encouraging working people to take advantage of all the resources that they need to succeed. For example, CalFresh, or food assistance benefits. In California, more than half of the people who receive CalFresh are living at or below the federal poverty line. Here in LA County, we have a 68% CalFresh participation rate of people who qualify again for it, compared to the national average of 83%. That's money we're leaving on the table. That's food you're leaving on somebody else's table. And to bring that number up, we have trained specialists that might be helping you with your taxes, but will ask you the right questions. You know, based on your income, did you know about this program, and would you like to apply for it? Another resource we want to make sure people know about is the Young Child Tax Credit. It's an additional $1,000 in tax refunds for working parents with a child under the age of 6. And just by the sounds of things, there's at least one parent in this room that qualifies for it. This is about restoring and expanding our social safety net. This is about building community wealth and putting money into the pockets of hardworking families. And a key part of making this work is making sure that Angelenos start with free, accessible tax services, fill out the right forms, and navigate the filing process. So please be our messengers. Spread the word to your family, to your friends, to your neighbors. Boost our economy, help us end poverty, address homelessness, help our graduation rates soar, all of those things that we need to make sure we are a healthier city for all. And you can visit our website. It's easy to remember, freetaxprepla.com. freetaxprepla.com. There's also information in Spanish and Korean, or you can text EITC to 555-888. So now let me turn it over. I'll come back and say some words in Spanish as well, but let me turn it over to Councilmember O'Farrell, who has been here, I think, almost every single time we've had this. We've had it in your district, at least a majority, but I'm a little partial towards this district as well. And he's doing superb work to end the homelessness crisis, to end our poverty crisis, and to provide opportunity for everybody. Please welcome Mitch O'Farrell.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Brizzy and KYCC and all the partners who are making this happen today. HSID, it's terrific to be here. You know, as the mayor is speaking, I'm thinking, if the government owes you money, the IRS never hunts you down to write you a check. We know that millions of Americans who don't even file a tax return have money coming to them, and I know that there are families in Los Angeles that have a good amount of money coming to them, but the thought of paying an exorbitant fee to have someone file their taxes so that they get a return is sometimes just too much if you're holding 2 or 3 jobs and you're raising a family. So the fact that we can offer this free service so that people can get back sometimes in the thousands of dollars that they didn't know that they had earned, that the government owes them, is really an important message to get out to the Los Angeles area. So I really am appreciative of that. And the mayor said it all. But in terms of building community wealth, you know, Abigail and I talked about this, Rushmore, and we hosted a summit on poverty in the late summer, and we'll have a follow-up on that in the coming months. A report has been generated, a draft report, and what we're really talking about is enabling neighborhoods of need, neighborhoods in need, enabling people and families to prosper in place so that they can build the community wealth, and we slow down the displacement crises, which is affecting so many neighborhoods as well. I don't want Angelenos to be afraid of investment in their community, because we need the partnership of community growth and investment, but we can do that if we put enough guardrails in place to end the displacement crises also affecting neighborhoods that are afraid of this investment. So that if we can find that magic spot, and I know that we can policy-wise, I know we can do that, then we'll be in a really good place to build that community wealth. We know where the census tracts are of the historically neglected or overlooked neighborhoods where those pockets of poverty have existed for a long, long time. So that is our focus in terms of building that community wealth. And lastly, I'll just say that the mayor mentioned in our efforts to end homelessness, to really put a dent in the homelessness crises in Los Angeles. I was just in Sacramento for the 4th time on Tuesday. I'll be going again in a couple of weeks to testify at some of the committee hearings at this point, because we need a bill in place for next year, the next iteration of what might be called HEAP or HAP. I don't care what they call it, as long as the city of Los Angeles gets its fair share in terms of addressing the homelessness crises in the city. We're making real progress, and I want members of the media to understand and hear this loud and clear, because it goes along with everything we're talking about now, keeping more money in the pockets of people who need it the most, who are the most vulnerable to becoming homeless, is that our HHH process is working. By the end of 2023, we'll have over 7,400 units completed, providing housing up to 13,000 individuals who currently are homeless. That's a remarkable story. The mayor's been taking that message and promoting it. It's the truth. The media isn't covering it nearly enough. I'm so proud of what the city of Los Angeles is doing to address the poverty crises facing this city, and this free tax return service is part of that. So thank you for having me say a few words and having this and elevating this service in the 13th District. It's such a wonderful place. Brezzi Foundation, known the example for how you come into a community and lift families up who otherwise wouldn't have these resources. So thank you, and may God bless.
As usual, Councilmember O'Farrell is right. In fact, in 3 years, we'll build as much supportive housing in the city as we've built in the previous 30 years. So thank you to the voters and the taxpayers for helping us get there. Next up, we're going to hear from Veronica Pinto, who is a participant in the Los Angeles Regional Initiative for Social Enterprise Program, also known as LA Rise. LA Rise is helping Angelenos find jobs that can help them lift themselves out of poverty and stay employed. These are folks who need a second or a third or a fourth chance, or in many cases have never had a first chance. And we're so proud to partner. So Veronica's here to tell us a little bit about her experiences. Veronica.
Hello, everybody. My name is Veronica Pinto. I've been working at Center for Living and Learning since November of 2019, where I learned about the LA Rise program. Not only are they providing job skills to learn use at that job and other jobs, but they've also provided me with a financial coach, and that's where I learned about the free tax prep LA. I was able to come here to the Breezy Foundation, and with the help of Audrey, she went through my, did my taxes for me, went step by step, and I thought because I had a low income, I was not going to receive as much as I really did. But she told me about the earned income tax credit, and I do have a 3-year-old daughter, so I received the extra $1,000 for the young child tax credit. So with her help, she told me I'm getting $2,800 now that I can use towards towards my daughter's education. And thank you, Mayor, for providing these resources with the LA Rise and the free tax prep. Now I can better my future and my daughter's too. Thank you.
And thank you to Celeste Rodriguez and to Lisa Salazar and Brenda Shockley from my team, who've really helped make that happen. Give them a round of applause and thank them as well. Next, we have the pleasure of introducing Amy Everett, who is the president of Golden State Opportunity, which is supporting families across our city and across our state with the Cal EITC For Me initiative. This was a initiative that was generated from the people of California and brought to the government of California, and now it's being furthered by people who just believe in this deeply. So we're so pleased to have you here. Amy?
Thank you very much. So today is Valentine's Day, as the mayor said, and it's the day when we celebrate time that we spend with our loved ones. And so to me, there is no better day to be a part of the Building a Stronger LA initiative than a day dedicated to our loved ones. Golden State Opportunity is an organization, a nonprofit that is designed to end poverty by providing people with the tools to create financial security so that they can thrive. Our central program is a Cal EITC For Me program. It is a public-private campaign focused on ensuring everyone who is eligible for the Earned Income Tax Credit at the state or federal level knows about it and knows how to access it at sites like where we are today. Our efforts combine direct service work in underserved communities as well as advocacy in Sacramento. The council member isn't the only one who's spending a lot of time in Sacramento these days. Last year alone, GSO was leading a coalition that nearly doubled what we have reserved for the Earned Income Tax Credit in California. It is now $1 billion. $1 billion that is not for the 1%, it is for you. So fill out your taxes so you can get your Earned Income Tax Credit. We are thrilled to be a part of the Building a Stronger LA initiative, where we're going to leverage both free tax prep with, as the mayor said, the CalFresh program. Now, why would we combine these two programs? Because they are both proven to disrupt generational poverty, create healthier outcomes for families that participate, and create healthier communities. I am really honored that we have Jose Martinez here today. He is with the Department of Public Social Services. Thank you for partnering with us on the CalFresh. And I will just conclude with this, is that on this day when we're celebrating spending time with our families, one of the heartwarming things when you are working with folks who are receiving the tax credit, as Valerie did, it is that they get to spend more time with their kids. And this is the unspoken story about getting the Earned Income Tax Credit. Money is great, but what its impact is even greater. And when families are able to afford a car so they're not spending time traveling to and from jobs, when they can build down that credit card so they can spend more time with their kids and not working, that is how we build our stronger communities. And so I'm very excited that we're here today. Thank you, Mayor Garcetti. Thank you, Councilmember O'Farrell, and to all of our partners who are here today. Together, we will build a stronger LA by ensuring that hardworking people are getting the benefits they've already earned so they can spend more time with their families. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amy. Finally, we're going to hear from Laura Peralta, who's the Vice President at City Community Development, which has been so supportive of our efforts to spread the word about this campaign, a great banking institution, but one that also knows that it is defined not just by the highest net worth clients they have, but those in the greatest need that they can help as well. And it really speaks volumes about who they are. Laura?
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. I can't not say that since everyone's wearing their red and everyone's so cheerful. Good afternoon. My name is Laura Peralta. I am with City Community Development, and we're so proud to support once again the Free Tax Prep LA campaign. It's now been 4 years. It's been such a pleasure to work with Mayor Garcetti. Thank you for your efforts, Rushmore, Abby, everyone who makes this happen. We have so many investments across the country and such a limited budget, but for us, it's so important to be able to choose programs that make the deepest impact. And this one was very special to us because we had the opportunity to be here from the very beginning, to be able to develop a campaign and be able to support this. Thank you to KYCC, to Marcy for all of your support, and we really appreciate it. Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell, thank you so much. We spoke at a panel last year, and it's so nice to see your passion for supporting the residents of your district. And thank you again to Golden State Opportunity for your support. I want to share that, well, as many of us know, $2 billion are left in unclaimed earned income tax credits on the table, both federal and state, here in California. And this is unfortunate because, as we've heard and as we know, families need this money to be able to support their families and advance economically. The problem is that a lot of them don't know about it, or they don't understand the system, or really trust their paid tax preparers. And so this is why City, for the last couple of years, we have had the pleasure of investing in free tax prep programs like this one. Across 20 cities in the U.S., we've invested over $4.5 million. And we continue to support this program, and we're excited to move forward. Just last year, city investments had a deep impact, especially here in California, where our support for free tax prep campaigns helped more than 29,000 people, filers who yielded $58.5 million in claimed tax credits. And we were able to help filers save over $6.8 million. It's a lot of numbers, a lot of statistics, but when you really break it down and you think about the number of people who are able to be impacted by this program, the families who are able to receive those credits, it really does make a difference. So we are super proud to continue supporting this program. This year, we're investing $1.5 million to continue to boost financial security and resilience for working families. And so we are super proud of this, and we really look forward to continuing to partner with the City of LA, Mayor Garcetti, on the many programs that we have. So thank you.
Thank you. Come on, you can clap better than that. That's some serious cash. We appreciate you. Thank you. Just because we don't have one of those silly checks doesn't mean it's not real. We are so pleased to have all of you here today. I hope Valentine's Day, as you ask people to be your Valentines, you'll ask us to be your Valentine's Day tax preparers, and that you will reach out to one another and really take advantage of the opportunities that are here. También en español yo quiero decir unas palabras también. Estamos aquí para lanzar Free Tax Prep LA, el programa que ofrece la preparación de impuestos gratis para ayudar a navegar el proceso confuso de declarar impuestos. Los servicios de preparación de impuestos gratis siempre están disponibles para personas con ingresos familiares menos de $55,000 al año, lo cual los califica para recibir el reembolso de los créditos tributarios por ingresos del trabajo. Dependiendo del tamaño de su familia, angelinos pueden recibir hasta $6,500 de reembolso a nivel federal. Estos servicios estarán disponibles hasta el 15 de abril en cada uno de nuestros centros de recursos familiares. Además, este año se ofrecerán servicios que ayudarán a familias trabajadoras a tomar ventaja de todos los recursos disponibles para ayudarles, incluyendo CalFresh y el nuevo crédito para hijos jóvenes. Estos son recursos que merecemos y es nuestra responsabilidad a tomar estos recursos y traer estos recursos a Los Ángeles, porque su trabajo, el resultado de su trabajo es estos dólares. Los angelinos trabajadores se merecen estos reembolsos y servicios y son parte de nuestra visión a proveer más dinero por las comunidades que necesitan más. Y gracias a todos los miembros de este equipo, gracias al concejal Mitch, gracias a Fundación Brasil también, y la red de organizaciones que son un parte de el Condado de Los Ángeles, el Estado de California y toda la gente que juntos pueden cambiar la situación por la gente que necesitamos nuestra ayuda.